I'm Lisa and I'm from Bangalore. I'm attending the TOB session here in Satyagiri, Igatpuri. I'm a little emotional in terms of sharing this because more than TOB, this was actually shifting the knob back to the Lord for me. The beauty with which the Lord loves us. So, brother, your session, Brother John, Brother Babu John, your session on the Holy Spirit. We've heard this session so many times. We've attended retreats so many times. But that was so beautiful because everything that we were going to listen to in the coming days would either bring in despair or regret for those who are already married. And even for the youngsters, how am I going to do this? But having placed the Holy Spirit in our focus back on the Holy Spirit, to know that He is waiting to rush in to help us if we just ask for help, that was extremely beautiful. And I had begun to feel that my life had become a little lukewarm. So the dial just shifted back straight like a laser beam back to Jesus and how He loves us. And how every other act, whether it is our conjugal act or how we commune with others, all of it, the beauty of it was brought back with such a power I cannot really put into words because it's an experience. And like some of the youth were mentioning, that whenever this topic is discussed, especially in our typical retreats, it's always in the context of sin, in the context of what should not be done, or there is a sense of shame or guilt that comes from out of it. But all the sessions that we went through today, today and all the last 2 days, just brought us back to the beauty and the original plan and the wonder and the awesome grace that God is presenting in all our sexuality, in all our being. And it shifts the focus away from sin to beauty, and why we need to aspire for that beauty. It's inspiring. So now I know that when I take this forward, so I actually got interested in TOB a long time ago, and when I heard people mention books, and you said, you buy the book, so Love and Responsibility is gathering dust in my bookshelf. I bought it, but I just could not read beyond 3 pages. So it is so important that this particular topic has to be learned from someone who has walked the journey and has done a little bit of work on it before, because it's very thick and dense in its original format, very, very thick and dense. So I'm so glad that God inspired you and you said yes to the Lord and have taken and put that time and effort and gone on that inspiration and prepared all of this content, because it's important for us as married people, even if we have finished 20 years of marriage. That's where I say that, I wish I'd known this earlier. But I know that there is hope even now for us to change, because God, with the Holy Spirit, is waiting to rush into our relationships. And there's so much hope, because it's so nice to see so many of the youth here. I started off four Sundays of catechism class for my 8th standard students on TOB based on 4 videos that I saw on the internet, okay? Because one child stood up and asked, is sex okay? I did not want to bring up the topic of this in my catechism class because I thought it's too early for them. But then when she asked this question, is it bad or is it good? So we told her it is good, but in the context of marriage. And then we didn't know. And then she said, what if you love somebody? So then that is when I realized that it is never too early to bring this topic to our children. And the fact that they don't have any other avenue, the videos that you shared, that people are asking their peers, they are going to other sites and to the internet and to probably not so great sources for this information. And there are so few of us who are equipped to give them the right information and help them not make the mistakes that we've made, and help them to really see the beauty and the wonder in what God has created. And the Catholic Church is so deep in it. So thank you, Brother Babu John, for preparing this, for giving your time and your life to the ministry, saying yes to the Lord. Thank you to God, and thank you to Father Vinish, a very good and dear friend. Really glad. So in all ways, it was like a spiritual banquet for me, and I thank God for that.